So, you want to know someone's real financial situation? Forget their social media posts. Forget the car they drive. Forget what they say. What if I told you the single most honest thing about a person's financial health is the cigarette they smoke? We're about to break down a whole financial caste system that's revealed through nothing more than a puff of smoke. And this right here, this is the core idea of this entire thing. Your mouth can lie about your salary, sure, but that pack of cigarettes on the table, it never ever lies. It's basically a quiet confession of how your bank account is really doing. So, let's dive into this brutal hierarchy, starting at the very top. Or, depending on how you look at it, maybe it's the very bottom. Okay, welcome to Level 4, the Delusional Sultan. You know this person. They have a minimum wage salary, but they're puffing on CEO-level smoke. This is the person who's all about appearances, no matter the cost. And the gap between their reality and their image is just massive. On one side, you have the hard truth, a salary that barely covers the bills. And on the other, the prestige, smoking the expensive stuff like Marlboros or Sirius 16. This has nothing to do with taste, you guys. It's pure performance art, a desperate attempt to project an image of success that just isn't there. And this is the dead giveaway. The first thing they do when they sit down with friends is pull out that pack and place it on the table, logo facing out, for everyone to see. That isn't a casual move. It's a calculated signal. It's their way of silently shouting, "Hey, look at me. I'm doing just fine. I can afford to literally burn this much money." The math here is just, it's wild. Look at this. Up to 30% of their monthly income is just going up in smoke. 30%. I mean, that's money that should be going towards savings or an emergency fund or, food. But instead, it's all sacrificed for a quick hit of social status. Of course, an illusion like this can't last forever. Which brings us down a peg to Level 3, the forced affair. This is that painful moment when reality finally crashes the party. It's when prestige has to give in and that carefully built facade starts to show some serious cracks. So, how does this fall from grace happen? Well, it's kind of like a secret betrayal. You start off as a loyal smoker of a premium brand, right? Let's say Gigi Samso. But then, bam, the price goes through the roof. So what's the solution? You start a little affair. You quietly, secretly switch to its cheaper, not quite as good sibling brand, like a Magnum filter, and you just hope nobody notices. And this is the official motto of Level 3. Oh, the taste is basically the same. You can barely tell the difference. It is the sound of pure denial. Because deep down, they know. Their throat knows, their lungs know it's not the same. But their ego just can't take the hit of admitting financial defeat. It's a little lie they tell themselves to feel better. All right, let's go deeper. We're now entering the twilight zone of smoking. Level 2, the ghost cigarette. This is where you find brands with fancy foreign names, but a taste that is, well, unmistakably local. At this point, any pretense of brand loyalty or flavor is completely out the window. I mean, just look at some of these names. Manchester, London, Loveman. They sound so international, don't they? Almost sophisticated. But their origins are a complete mystery. These are the packs you find on the dustiest, lowest shelf, the ones you buy when the price is the only one and only thing that matters anymore. And the taste? Oh boy. The source describes it with some brutal honesty, a lovely mix of exhaust fumes, sawdust, and burnt mosquito coil. It's harsh, it's nasty, but at this stage, it really doesn't matter. Why? Because the whole reason for smoking has fundamentally changed. And this is the absolute key to understanding this level. We've crossed a serious line here. Smoking is no longer about looking cool, or social status, or even enjoying the taste. Nope. It is now a purely physiological need. The body is screaming for nicotine, and the brain is just finding the absolute cheapest delivery system possible, no matter how awful it is. And that brings us to the absolute bottom of the barrel. Level 1, the game over caste. This isn't just a downgrade anymore. This is total and complete financial surrender. This is the last stop. The options left are grim. You've got Rokok, which are basically illegal, untaxed cigarettes with no branding, and Tingway, which is roll-your-own tobacco. We're talking cheap, loose tobacco from who knows where with who knows what in it. Now, let's be perfectly clear.
Don't let anyone try to romanticize this as being traditional or some kind of aesthetic. Getting to this level is not a lifestyle choice. It is a massive, flashing red light. It's a symptom that your wallet is in critical condition. And this just spells out the danger. A regular factory cigarette, as bad as it is for you, at least has measured amounts of tar and nicotine. But this level 1 stuff, the quality is a total mystery. The contents could be anything, sawdust for all we know. The health risk isn't just high anymore. It's literally a game of Russian roulette every single time you light up.
So, after that journey from the delusional sultan all the way down to the depths of financial despair, we come back to this central idea: the cigarette as a financial mirror. What is that little stick of tobacco really saying about the state of your wallet? And that really is the bottom line. Forget the perfectly curated Instagram feeds. Forget the confident stories people tell you. Your cigarette pack doesn't have an ego. It can't pretend. It is the most brutally honest, unfiltered reflection of your true financial health. Which leaves us with one final and maybe pretty uncomfortable question to ask yourself. That cigarette in your hand, is it a style asset that you can genuinely afford? Or is it a danger signal, a quiet confession of a financial reality that maybe you don't want to face? Only you know the real answer to that.